So let's discuss. Great panel. Former independent counsel and, of course, former federal prosecutor Bob Ray, New York City criminal defense attorney Paul Callan. And I've asked Robert Ray is going to assess the prosecution side of this. Paul Callan will give us what the likely defenses are and what the prosecution has to do. Also, who else do we have on the panel? I forget now. I'm overwhelmed. Oh, God. Wait. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Wait, who else? Who's this? Oh, yeah. The guy I owe dinner. Stu Kaplan, former FBI special agent. He has been saying on this show pretty much from the beginning, this is only going to end up in one direction, and he is right. So, Stu, thank you very much. Appreciate you being here.
I think I owe him some money, too.
I was saving you that. I'll take the hit for all of us. So, Stu, let's start off with you. What do you see in this indictment that you believe makes it, even though it's only probable cause at this stage, that this is a case that this office can make?
I think the biggest concern and the biggest takeaway in reading the 57 pages that I read was the PR narrative that had been put out was that the mayor was fully cooperative with the government and was, trying to cooperate and assist them in their endeavors. Well, it turns out clearly, and when I specifically is addressed his cell phone, changing the password in an effort to defeat the FBI from getting into his phone to download those records or that content. And I think that's very, very telling and very, very important. If you remember, Chris, I told you back in November, if I was his lawyer, I would have taken a very aggressive approach and I would have got out in front of this and I would have been sitting down with the prosecutors then instead of allowing this pot to boil over. As you touched upon, the Southern District is the premier eminent U.S. Attorney's office in the country, also coupled with the fact that the FBI Public Corruption Unit at 26 Federal Plaza is the best of the best throughout the United States. And when you have a conversion of those two entities, there is no doubt that they have him, in my opinion, just my opinion, that the allegations, I think, are serious. Now, I will also say what I don't see in the indictment, which is also very telling, is I think they are hopeful that Mayor Adams is going to come in and cooperate because they know that there are other bad actors that are involved in public corruption. And you are going to see this is just the first shoe to drop. I anticipate another shoe to drop shortly.
But who would be bigger than the mayor?
Well, it's not necessarily bigger. It's the concerted collusion, the efforts across the board as business as usual with the elected officials across the board throughout the city of New York. And I think this United States attorney is interested in cleaning house. And I don't see it politically motivated at all. I just see that for a very long time, this has been the way the city of New York has operated. And I think now you have a prosecutor that's willing to stand up to the historic nature of business as usual. Right. And you're going to see a house cleaning.
Well, look, all of the traditional early indications of bias are not here. This guy is not going after him because he doesn't like Democrats, because he got put in by a Democrat. And it's not because he's going after him because he's a black mayor, because this is a black prosecutor. So, Robert Ray, when you look at this, what distinguishes it as a list of accusations for you in terms of what it seems they know?
Well, at the very least, as you've pointed out, it's a perfect political storm that has, been unfolding for over a year now by way of investigation, which has had its own effect. But what is particularly troubling here, look, everyone knows, as you suggest, that foreign contributions are illegal, corporate campaign contributions are illegal. The strange thing about this one is that there also appears to have been, as alleged, a scheme to collect or bundle small donors, small contributions, to generate numbers sufficient to qualify for matching funds. That's access to the public fisc. And that's a troubling if that's true, that's a troubling allegation that would distinguish this from the ordinary campaign contribution scheme.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, Click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.